You wake up before sunrise. Your hands are bleeding. You don't know what day it is, and it doesn't matter, because nothing about your life belongs to you. And the worst part? It never will. If you were born in medieval Europe, your entire future was decided the moment you took your first breath. Your name didn't matter. Your dreams didn't matter. Your rank did. Here are every level of medieval life, from the lowest to the highest, and what it actually felt like to live inside each one. Level 1. The Serf. The floor is dirt. The walls are mud. Your animals sleep in the same room as you, because their body heat is the only thing keeping you alive through winter. You're not cold anymore. You're past feeling cold. You're just used to it. Today, like every day, you walk to a field that is not yours. You work it until your back gives out. You grow food you are not allowed to keep. Not all of it. Your Lord takes his cut first. Always first. If the harvest fails, you starve. If you try to leave, you get dragged back. If you're caught running, the punishment isn't something you want to think about. This is a serf, legally bound to the land. You cannot move, marry, or change jobs without your Lord's permission. You own nothing, not land, not time, not yourself. You are property with a pulse, and about 85% of medieval Europe lived exactly here. Think of it like this: a job you can never quit, a boss you can never fire, a home you can never own. That's not your situation, that's your life, from birth to death. At this level, you work to survive. At the next, at least you work for yourself. Level 2. The freeman, peasant farmer. You still wake up early, but this morning you walk to your field, and it's yours. Not much, a few acres. Soil that smells like rain and rot, and something that might, if everything goes right, feed your family through winter. But yours. You are a free peasant. You own your land, or you rent it for a fixed fee. Not your whole harvest, not your firstborn, a set amount. You pay it. What's left belongs to you. Your life is still brutal. Plowing, planting, scything grain by hand until you physically cannot stand. Droughts hit. Floods come. Livestock die at the worst possible moment. But here's the difference. You have one word a serf never gets. No. You can sell your surplus at market. You can save. You can say no. In medieval life, freedom doesn't mean comfortable. It just means yours. A free man works the land. But the next level works smarter. Level 3. The craftsman/artisan. You don't own land. You don't need to. Your hands are your land. Every morning, you open your workshop. The smell of hot metal, sawdust, or fresh leather already in the air, and customers come to you. You set the price. You decide the hours. You are a blacksmith, a carpenter, a cobbler, a baker. You have a skill that took years to master, and that skill is your entire livelihood. In a village, you are not just respected. You are needed. A blacksmith who can shoe horses and sharpen blades, you're practically essential infrastructure. You got here through the guild system. Years as an apprentice, sleeping in your master's house, learning every detail of the trade. Then years as a journeyman. Then, if you were good enough, you became a master craftsman. Your own shop. Your own apprentices. Your own mark on everything you make. Think of it like a union crossed with a professional license. It protected your prices, kept out competition, and kept your reputation iron solid. You're not rich, but you're stable. And in medieval life, stable is almost luxury. Craftsmen have skill. But the next level has something more dangerous. They have money. Level 4. The merchant. You haven't touched dirt in years. You are standing at a counting table. Ledgers, coin, and correspondence from 3 different cities spread in front of you. Outside, wagons loaded with cloth, spice, and wine move because you told them to. You buy cheap. You sell expensive. That's the whole game, and you are very, very good at it. Here's what makes your position strange. The nobles look down on you. Commerce is beneath them, they say. Real men own land. Real men fight. But those same nobles, quietly, reluctantly, come to you when they need a loan to fund their wars, because you have something no knight has: cash. Immediate, spendable, leverage-creating cash. By the late medieval period, powerful merchants rivaled minor nobility in wealth. The Medici family of Florence didn't just accumulate money, they used it to control popes, finance kings, and reshape European politics. They had no title when they started, just hunger and a sharp eye for opportunity. Think of a merchant like a self-made entrepreneur today. No inheritance, no castle, but slowly becoming the most important person in every room they walk into. Money is power. But at the next level, power comes with a sword and a horse. Level 5. The Knight. Before dawn, you are already pulling on armor. Gambeson first, thick padded cloth against your skin. Then chainmail, heavy and cold. Then plate, piece by piece, buckled tight until 60 pounds of steel sits on your body like a second skeleton. You walk outside. Your warhorse is waiting. You are a knight, and on a battlefield, you are a living weapon. Charging at full speed with a lance, you crash through lines of men like a boulder through a fence. The peasants scatter. The archers pray. Everyone else gets out of the way. Off the battlefield, you manage land, train constantly, and attend tournaments where glory, ransoms, and reputation are all on the table. You follow a code. Chivalry. Honor, loyalty, courage, courtesy. Some knights live it, most just wear it like they wear the armor. To get here, you started at age 7 as a page, then a squire at 14, carrying your lord's armor, riding into actual combat beside him. Then, if you survived long enough and impressed the right people, the flat of a sword touched your shoulder. Rise, Sir Knight. Sounds like nobility, and technically you are. But being a knight is expensive. Armor, war horses, weapons, servants. The costs are crushing. Many knights serve lords not for glory, but because they simply cannot afford to stop. Power, yes, but never quite free from the man above you. A knight serves. But the next level gives the orders. Level 6. The minor noble/lord. You don't go to the field comes to you. Every season rent arrives at your door. Grain, animals, coin, labor. You sit in your manor house. Solid stone walls, real fires, actual furniture, and you run your estate like a small empire. You are a lord. And in your region, you don't just have power. You are the law. Disputes between tenants, you settle them. Local crimes, you judge them. Your lord calls you to war, you ride out with your men behind you. Manorial jurisdiction. It's called the legal right to hold court, collect fines, and govern every person on your land. But the feudal chain runs both ways. Loyalty and military service go up. Land, protection, and legitimacy come down. Miss a payment. Back the wrong side in a political dispute. Refuse a call to arms just once. Everything you built, gone, overnight. In medieval life, even the powerful live at someone else's mercy. At this level, you rule your corner of the world. But the next level rules entire regions, and the men in those rooms play a very different game. Level 7, the High Noble Duke Earl Count. You walk into a room and conversations stop. Not out of politeness, out of calculation. You are a duke, an earl, a count, and every person in this room is quietly deciding whether crossing you is worth the risk, because they already know the answer. You control vast territories, multiple manors, dozens of villages, thousands of people who owe you allegiance, directly or through the lords beneath you. Your voice carries weight in the king's court, where real decisions happen. Wars, treaties, marriages, successions. The king needs you, your armies, your taxes, your political support, which means carefully, strategically, you can push back. In 1215, English barons did exactly that. They cornered King John and forced him to sign the Magna Carta, a document that legally limited royal power because the nobility had enough collective leverage to demand it. That is what you are capable of at this level. You don't just follow the system, you shape it. The risk? Your enemies are no longer peasants or rival merchants. They are men exactly like you, equally powerful, equally ruthless, and watching for the first sign of weakness. At this level, losing the game doesn't mean embarrassment. It means losing everything, including your head. This is generational power, ancient power. But there is one level above this, and only one person ever holds it. Level 8, the king. You wake up and someone is already standing over you. They are dressing you. You didn't ask. You never have to ask. Everything in this room, every person, every object, every movement exists in orbit around you. You are the king. This morning, a messenger will arrive. A minor lord on the northern border has refused to pay his taxes. Again, you say 2 words, handle it. By nightfall, his estate is seized, his title is stripped, and his family is on the road with nothing but the clothes on their backs. One sentence. That's all it cost you. You don't follow laws. You make them. You don't pay taxes. You collect them. You don't request armies. They are assembled for you. Your word reshapes lives. Your signature starts wars. Your silence is its own kind of threat. But here's what nobody tells you about the crown. It's the most dangerous object in the kingdom. Every noble in your court is calculating. Every alliance is temporary. Foreign kings watch you for weakness like wolves at the edge of a fire. Your sons may betray you. Your brothers almost certainly want what you have. Medieval kings died in battle, by plague, by assassination, by the slow rot of political isolation, and occasionally by a single bad decision at exactly the wrong moment. You hold everything, which means you have everything to lose. Medieval kings ruled through one idea, carefully maintained, that God himself had chosen them. Question the king, and you question God. Challenge the throne, and you challenge the natural order of the universe. The crown isn't just power. It's a performance you can never stop giving, because the moment the audience stops believing it, everything collapses. From the serf, bleeding in a dirt floor hut, to the king surrounded by people who want him dead. Medieval life was a ladder. Most people were born on the bottom rung and never moved. A few climbed. Almost none reached the top. But here's what's worth remembering. Every single level needed every other level to survive. Pull out one piece, and the whole structure collapses. The king needed the lord needed the knight needed the farmer needed the craftsman. The system wasn't fair, it was never designed to be, it was designed to hold. And for 1,000 years, it did.